What's up, guys? Today we are going to be going over the best map in Escape from Tarkov. When it comes to loot, when it comes to PvP, every creator has their own favorite map. For example, mine is Shoreline. I think the PvP on Shoreline is awesome and the loot is good. However, I don't believe that that's the best map. Creators never go to the best map in the game, and that is what I'm going to give you guys today, and maybe some tips and tricks on that said map, while I also tell you why I think this is the best map in the game. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the video. Peace. Now, this question is asked all the time. I have people come into my chat, and they'll ask me, Genooo, what do you think the best map in Tarkov is? Now, I give my personal opinion and say Shoreline because I'm a Shoreline main, and I absolutely love the map. However, I don't think that's honestly the best map in the game. When it comes down to Tarkov, there are 7 different maps right now, with an 8 planning to be, released. Actually, almost 9 with Lighthouse and Streets. But with these 7 maps, I have come up with my favorite map in Tarkov. But that's not what we're getting into today. We want to go over the best map in Tarkov when it comes to loot, when it comes to players, and when it comes to the cheating situation. There are a lot of cheaters right now in Tarkov. However, I believe that right now, the cheaters on this map that I'm going to reveal in a second, in all honesty, is not bad compared to labs or other maps like that, such as Interchange, where people are farming GPUs. The map that I am talking about today is Reserve. Now, the only downside to Reserve that I truly feel like it is not good for the average Tarkov player is that it's not like friendly to start off with. Right? You know how customs, you go into the customs, you get quests done, and you get all these things, completed. On Reserve, it's very, very hard. It's very, very hard to honestly get things done like that. All right. Now, Reserve is not a friendly map whatsoever. It has raiders. It has Gluhar, which is arguably one of the hardest bosses in the game. However, when it comes down to loot and PvP, I think this has the best loot and the best PvP. Even if you don't have keys or you don't know the hotspots, you will almost always run into players on this map. Now, I do understand Reserve is a very intensive game when it comes down to your computer. I do understand that the frames on Reserve are a lot lower than normal maps, so I do understand if some of you guys can't play it. But if statistically speaking, we are talking about PvP and loot, I think, honestly, Reserve is the best map in the game. Now, I'm going to go over some tips and tricks and why I believe it is the best map in the game. Let me ask you this. When you scav run into a map, what map are you going to choose? It's most likely Reserve. That's because it has the best loot out of any map, maybe besides labs. Now, I honestly would think Reserve has more loot than labs. And in all honesty, I've heard rumors before that they wanted to add key cards and everything to Reserve. I don't think that's necessary. I think it's perfect the way it is. However, that's how good of the loot it is in Reserve. All right, Reserve has very, very good loot with Gluhar, with all the raiders that can spawn. It is very, very easy to come out with like 70 kg, 80 kg worth of gear. And I truly believe that it has the best loot in Tarkov. And that's why I believe it is one of the best maps. Now, hold on. I know what you're saying, right? The PvP on Reserve is a whole bunch of sweats. I fully agree. That's honestly why I don't go there a lot, because I don't like getting sweated on down in D2 or extract camp the entire time. However, when it comes down to this map, Reserve, I truly do believe that it does have the best PvP, because in all honesty, there has been fights all around the map, right? There's not one spot in the map that I can say that I didn't have a fight in. I think it's very overall, like, the spawns are very, very good, unless, the dome spawn camps somebody. But other than that, the spawns are very, very good. And I honestly believe that Reserve is one of the most balanced maps when it comes down to PvP. Now, I do understand the cheating situation right now, which is why I wanted to bring it up. There are a lot of cheaters in Tarkov right now. Now, with Tarkov having so many cheaters, I wouldn't go labs or I wouldn't go interchange. I've ran into most of the cheaters on interchange and labs, but Reserve, there are some cheaters. However, there aren't a lot of them compared to labs or interchange from what I've seen. And I truly believe that Reserve is one of those maps that cheaters will go to. However, most of the cheaters will go to reserve late wipe, mainly because, you know, there's Chad gear on there right now. Beginning of wipe like this, it is the perfect time to loot reserve. It is the perfect time to get keys for reserve, and it's the perfect time to do quests on reserve. That's why the cheaters are so focused on labs and interchange. There's a lot of juicers on there, and I truly believe that that's why cheaters are so limited on reserve. Now, I do understand there are still a lot of cheaters on the map, right? It's hit or miss for me. However, when it comes down to the best map in the game, I figured I'd mention cheaters in Tarkov because I truly believe that is a big part of the game, unfortunately, right now. Now, this is why I think reserve is the best map. I would love to hear your guys' comments, and I would love to hear your guys' opinions in the comments below. If you guys could, tell me your favorite map. I'd love to hear it. And if you are going to argue that reserve isn't the best map, that's okay. Just keep it civil, all right? People tend to get their, you know, panties in a bunch whenever I decide to give an opinion on this game, all right? It's all out of love. This is what I think the best map is, and this is why I think reserve is the best map in the game. And like I said, I would love to hear you guys' opinions in the comments. I hope you guys have a good one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.